What's going on, guys? We're back here with episode 2 for Here for Ages. We're gonna talk to a close family friend that's not only building a car for himself, but for 3 sons, man. We're gonna talk to him how he builds this lowrider empire on Here for Ages. This is episode 2 of Here for Ages. Today, we're gonna talk to a family man and about his passion of lowriding. So, if you could please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from, and we'll go from there.
I'm Joe Cota. I live here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Born in San Diego, and I got into lowriding about 17 years ago. This car is where it all started for myself. When I first got it, it was wrecked. Quarter panel was smashed in completely. It was green. The top wasn't working. So I painted it silver. Didn't have none of the moldings that you see that's on it now. This car is very special just because this is the car that my kids grew up in. Since my first son Victor, my second son Ivan, Johnny in the booster seat cruising around, got married in this car, so it means a lot to me.
You're building each car for each one of your sons. Now, just like a car is different from somebody's personality, are you building each car off of each one's personality? I mean, does each one of them have an input, or are you just kind of doing it off of what you feel or what they give you, what they like and stuff, you know what I mean? Or does each car fit one of the kids' styles?
Johnny, he was a big fan of the 66 Impalas. And when I got the 67 convertible, I said, Johnny, this car is yours. He wasn't a big fan of it, but after he started looking at it more and more and more, it grew on him, So he was like, man, I love this car. Basically, as you can see right now, it's just a complete full project. Me and a couple of friends of mine just pulled out this Mortar a couple of weeks ago. It's a 283. I was kind of undecided what I was gonna do. Was I gonna rebuild this one? Was I gonna get a newer one? A lot of friends told me, hey, if it's the original, go ahead and keep it original. So here we are. We're gonna rebuild this one, 283 with the power glide.
Yeah, he wanted that one then after that.
He's like, I fell in love with the 67, and that's, I tell him, hey Johnny, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Yeah. We went to Pomona swap meet not too long ago, last week.
Yeah.
Like I said, the car is not complete. There's still little things here and there we gotta find. We got headlight bezels,
Hey, but just to say though too, for a 12-year-old, we're walking around and this kid is able to walk past the floor and say, oh, I thought that was from my car. Can't do that shit for a fucking 67 Impala real quick. He's got the eye for it too. For a 12-year-old man, that's fucking crazy.
Right here I got my 1953 Chevy Bel Air coupe post, side post. This car here I picked up, this was my mom's primo's car, and I had the opportunity to buy it, so I did. I sold this car once to my primo in San Diego, and eventually it ended up coming back. So at this point, I just told myself I'm gonna keep this. This car is actually gonna be given to my son Ivan. So when I bought the car back, I thought Ivan had interest in it, and I'm like, you really want this one? He's like, yeah. He goes, I love the 53. I said, all right, well, this one's yours then.
Well, tell him too, you told us he polished up all the chrome on it too last weekend, so they get their own time with the car too, huh?
Actually, I come home from work and I see him in the garage. I'm like, why is my garage door open? And he's in here polishing up, all the trim and bumpers and everything. My oldest son, he said he always loved this car, so this here, I gave it to my son Victor. He's my oldest. And hey, the original color goes back to what I said about, the 67 Impala, that I'm more into the original. Let's pull the VIN number, let's make the car what the car was made for. Here it is, red. Factory came from, the little red with black interior, so, it's a process, takes time, but my 1970 Chevy Impala convertible, this is it. Hopefully we can get it done sooner than later. They all wanted to build their own lowrider bike.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that too. Go into that, how'd that come about? I mean, Did they just see it and they decided to go for that, or did you show it to them? I mean, what happened with that?
When we used to go to car shows with the convertible, with the 70, they'll see lowrider bikes, and I don't know if I was more into my groove. I used to go into, I used to worry about my car, you know, and it never dawned on me to build on my lowrider bike. So we went to a swap meet here in Vegas and we found a 24-inch bike frame, J.C. Higgins. And Victor automatically said, I'm gonna turn this into a lowrider bike. So he turned it into what it is now. And the other one wanted one, so we got him his, and we just got it done. The frame's all painted up, muraled out. And like I said, I'm working on Johnny's bike myself, doing all the metal work. So just want to give them that little feeling. You know, they're not old enough to drive their cars right now. Victor is, but this is just a process. The car's not done, so.
Hey, but like you said, the bikes are just as much of a process as the car, so it kind of teaches them too. Sending in parts to get re-chromed, getting shit sent out for paint, and you know what I mean, building it together yourself.
Yeah. So, you know, it takes time, man. Building a lowrider bike is definitely the same thing as a lowrider car.
You think so?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You know, every bike that my boys are building are candy, muraled out, you know, pinstripe, you know, and it's just the same thing as a vehicle. You know, it's just steps. Everything needs to get
The process, huh?
Yeah.
Getting it all done.
Exactly. So the only person left is my son Johnny, and I got his bike in the process right now. I'm doing all,
That one right
I'm
there.
doing all the metal work on it, you know?
Yeah.
So his bike should be done soon, man.
Hell yeah. So, well, hey, look, man, I really appreciate you giving us the time to come through. Like I said, invade
appreciate
the space, get the video. And there's one last thing I'm gonna ask everybody this. For people that want to get into the lowrider scene, what's one tip? Because they see how it is, the time it takes, the money it takes. What's something you would give them and tell them coming into it?
Just be patient with it, man. You know, if you really got it in your heart to, you know, do the lowriding thing, you know, just be patient, man. You know, it takes time. You know, like I said, some people can build cars in 3 months, and some people it takes them 5 years to build it, you know?
Yeah.
So you build it to how you want it, you know, and just make sure you have love for the game. That's it.